We got ourselves some more patch notes, ladies and gentlemen. This is just released here from the Japanese Pokemon Unite website, and I'm sure a English version will be out by the time I get this video up, but that's beside the point. Let's go ahead and go over these very quickly. This is going to be put out on December 5th at 13 o'clock in Japan time, which should roughly translate to midnight PST. So, the usual time that these things go out for us, although it could be a little bit earlier. I'm not going to look it up because I want to get this video out. It'll be in the comments. I'll have the exact time translation, but let's go ahead and talk about this. We have a battle pass update, ranked match update, shop update, event update, blah blah blah, a whole bunch of stuff. You can still play the current version for a while, but some content will no longer be available, blah 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 blah. The update, okay, event, fierce battle in Shiver City. I believe they're just gonna have the winter quick game is back. Solo challenge, you're gonna have a new one of those, so if you play well in solo queue and go on a win streak, you can get some cool stuff, like some in-game tickets, some energy enhancers, all that sort of nonsense. And then for ranked match, blah, 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 do not drop below the current class upon defeat. So you can't drop out of a class. What? Players in class 5 can't drop below their... So you now can't drop out of a class. That's... Don't know if I like that. Don't know if I like that. I mean, you can't drop out of Ultra or Masters, so I guess it makes sense, but I don't love that at all. 2 new items are going to be added, the Carpet Charm and the Kiyomi Guard. So basically there's one that gives you attack speed the more you move, and one that gives shields every time you do damage. There will be more on that later, probably my videos tomorrow. And then we have some other things. As I was level 5, I was able to master most water types, and other Pokemon were able to catch up with the damage and recovery of the multi-hit Surefire. So I made downwards adjustments to the strength and attack, water, Urinda, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what Ulalos is, but this is the nerfs and buffs we see in Teleon, so we can assume we're getting some nerfs. So let's go ahead and just search Google for that. I'm just going to type in good old Pokemon and just see what comes up. Water Urshifu. So we're going to get some Water Urshifu nerfs. So I'm guessing Surging Strikes gets a cooldown increase, and the damage amount, they reduced the damage that it did by 20%. I mean, Water Urshifu was already not great after the previous nerfs, but more nerfs, I guess. Then we have Inteleon. The damage when aiming and shooting that word membrane was too high, so the ability values for Mitsu Teppo and Aqua Break were adjusted downwards. So they lower its special attack, which is great, and they lower, I'm assuming, liquidation and snipe shots damage. Yes, we obviously need these. 20% on Aqua Break and 15% on Mitsu Teppo. Mizu Teppo. I know Mizu means water. I'm pretty sure. But either way, yeah. Inteleon nerfs. Nice. Dragapult. We could assume they were going to be buffing this Pokemon with the new skin coming out, and it looks like they are going to be buffing Dragapult. I am here for this. It seems that the classification as a stealth Pokemon is too stealthy in Unite battles, so we heavily have upwardly adjusted its values. Ghost Dive, which I'm assuming going to be Phantom Force and Shadow Ball, and Unite Move, Dragon Shoot. So they raised its attack stat, which was what they really needed to do. They decreased the cooldown for Phantom Force and the attack power when KO'd 6 times up to 8 times. Okay, so you get more. So basically how Phantom Force works is when you KO'd something, you had stacks that you could build up that gave you extra attack, and they raised that. So now you get more attack when you get KOs with Phantom Force. That's very nice. And they increased the attack speed of up to 100%, as well as the movement speed got doubled. These seem like very good, reasonable-ish buffs for Dragapult. I can see this being a little bit crazy, but it's on a 12-second cooldown. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I kind of like that. And then for Shadow Ball, they increased the damage amount by 30%. Just flat damage increase for Shadow Ball. I like that. Increased damage amount against opponents with marks added 30%. Oh my god. You're just going to be deleting stuff with Shadow Ball. And HP recovery when all marks disappear, so you get 15% of your maximum HP back when you get rid of all the little markings that Shadow Ball has. That is massive. Some really nice buffs for Dragapult. And they also lowered the cooldown for its Unite move, so you get to shoot your GPs 2 seconds faster. So that's pretty nice. All in all, very, very nice buffs for Dragapult. And then here we go. Let's see what they did to nerf Mimikyu. Although he thought he was having fun and playing around, he often ended up overdoing it. So we've adjusted the playing and shading downwards. let's get along. I love these translations. They're so funny. So they nerfed the cooldown for Mimikyu's Play Rough, so you now have to wait 2.5 more seconds to use it, and they also looked like they cut in half the invincibility, which still insane that it even had invincibility to begin with, but I like that. Just decent nerfs. The damage wasn't really the problem. It was the fact that you got it so often and you went invincible for half a second. Now it's just a quarter of a second. Still a little bit crazy, but yeah. Okay, I don't know who you are, Gekkoga, but we will find out. That is Greninja. Ooh, Greninja buffs. Ooh, Greninja buffs. Mizu Shuriken says it's going to be Water Shuriken, movement speed, reduction effect. So you now hit people and they move slower and you move faster when you use it. I like that. There's a nice little buff to that move. It's still probably going to be pretty bad, but and Kagebushin, which is one of its secondary moves, I would imagine. Shadow Clone Technique, so we can assume that is probably, I'm just going off of what comes up when I'm guessing that's Double Team, or it could be Smoke Screen. It could be either one. Either way, they buffed the cooldown on that. Nice, beautiful. Okay, Mew. Solar Beam was so convenient that there was less need to use various moves in battle, so we made downward adjustments. The Unite move, Mystique Mirage, not only ensures safety, but the move that counteracts with high damage was too powerful, so we have made downward adjustments. So Solar Beam, cooldown, or damage amount reduction, so they lowered the damage amount that Solar Beam does by 20%, so it's going to be a reduction throughout each level. Just overall, good nerf to Solar Beam's damage, so it makes the other moves more viable. I like that. And then Mystique Mirage, they lowered the damage you do with the pop of damage at the end of Mew's Unite move. That didn't really do a lot of damage to begin with, so I don't really understand why they needed to nerf that, especially by 20%, but it's a nerf, so yay, I guess. I don't know. Like, it didn't do damage. That move doesn't do damage. The only way you get massive damage out of that is if you hit your boosted on top of... Like, you have to hit your boosted and usually surf at the same time and have all of the damage pop at the same time. That's how you get, like, actually high damage out of Mew's Unite move, but it's... I don't know. That's not really going to change much. Mew's Unite move was already kind of bad. And then Alolan Ninetales was one of the few Pokemon that can learn Aurora Veil. We have made upward adjustments to Aurora Veil so that it can better protect itself and its allies. Amount of HP recovered by enhanced attacks used within the attack range 100% increase. So you now gain HP by attacking inside of Aurora Veil, and you get more increase to the damage. You get more damage reduction. So you're taking less damage and you're healing more. Well, healing at all, which is a really good buff. I like that. Pretty good buff. Drain Crown Ninetales, maybe? No, but maybe. Solid buffs, not bad. Hoopa, we have made downward adjustments to Ghost Dive and Danger Hole. That was my nickname in high school. Because we were distorting space and saying yes too often, leaving opposing team at a loss. So Ghost Dive is probably going to be Phantom Force. Waiting time. So you get a 2-second increase to that and a 2-second increase to... I'm assuming this is just going to be the whole hyperspace hole. Movement speed increase after returning from goal, approximately 35% decrease. That's a lot, but I like that. Movement speed increase after warping between goals, approximately 30% decrease. So they nerfed the whole time as well as your movement speed. I think the movement speed nerf would have been plenty. I don't think you needed to nerf the cooldown, but who am I to say? I'm just a Hoopa enjoyer. Kind of an annoying nerf, I will say. And then we have, this is going to be Serena, just based on Tropical Kick, I'm guessing. Since it looks like she will need a little upwards mobility and durability in the latter half of the Unite battle, I will be offering more adjustments to her ability values and Tropical Kick. So Serena getting defense buffs. Yes. Yes, makes Serena bulky again. And then Trop Kick gets a 1.5 seconds off of its cooldown. Nice. Nice. I like that buff a lot. Just something for Serena. They didn't buff the damage. It didn't do anything too crazy, but just nice little quality of life changes for Serena. I like that a lot. And then you. Your guess is as good as mine. Starting from level 9, you will now recover 12.5% of the damage dealt by special attacks. And then I'm gonna just I don't know. Barracuda. Cramorant. Yeah. So you get life still at level 9, and then Bofu waiting time goes from 8 seconds. So you get a buff to the cooldown of one of its moves. Storm with hurricane buff, hurricane cooldown buff, and you get life still on Cramorant. Yes, nice. I love Cramorant. Love that. And then, although its main role is to hinder movement, we have adjusted its ability for nervousness so that upward play as a role as a rare support type Pokemon. Is this going to be Sableye? Is this going to be Sableye? I don't know. There's no telling. Nidoking. Nidoking confirmed. No. As I say, it's a special attack increase. As a roll to hinder movement, we have adjusted its ability values, nervousness. That just nervousness makes me think of the like effect that Sableye gives off. See if we can figure out what this is. Again, by the time as I'm recording this, the actual like English patch notes are probably out, but we're committed. More Nidoking. I'm guessing. Okay, Nidoking is in the game. I don't know, but a supporter got a special attack increase as well as a cooldown buff. One of the supporters. I don't know who you are, but support Pokemon buff. That's the last buff. I'm sorry, I can't figure out who Variard is, but I'll have it in the script or in the comments as soon as I figure it out. That being said, stream tonight for the reset, all this sort of fun stuff. So hopefully you guys can come check that out, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy.